Guess I should turn my mic on. Let's get going right away. How's it going, everybody?
Show me tits.
Yeah, we're live.
Yay.
How's it going? I am all set up, dude. Look at that. Look at that mustache.
Fish tank stream soon.
I would love to do something else. Let me know when you want to watch this, moms, and we'll do that.
Huh?
Eh.
What?
Let me know when you want to watch that latest Inside Star Citizen.
Thought we was gonna start with the Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I don't know what that is. You rather Khaleesi than Lisa Nagalib?
Yeah. I'd like to lease an Alcaliba per something.
Straight up her Mother of Dragons?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Shell, you're gonna need to set your mic when you have time. No rush. We're just messing about, and we're gonna watch Inside Star Citizen and do some commentary on it. You're welcome to join us in on it. Anyone else that wants to join us in on the commentary too, I'd invite you to Discord if you've been on before, and we know ya.
We're taking your calls here at MarcusTheWay.
Dude, I need to dress up like that guy in the green frog costume and take calls. How's it going, Crazy Sweet? I think I fixed what you were complaining about, Crazy Sweet. I took out all the people that were actively entering in the stream that were VIP and removed their VIP. So hopefully that fixes the situation you're feeling is happening.
Please visit us again.
And that cold water on the feet feels so nice.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
You buying?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Got him. I mean, 324 can't come soon enough. I'm so
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval.
hoping we see some stability. Have you, Mons, have you checked on anyone's comments about server meshing on it and like desync?
Vehicle select. Your
If it's
vehicle
like
has been delivered to the following
resolved at all?
Nope. I ain't looking at that. I don't care.
I think you do.
I don't care about their opinion. That's what I don't care most about.
Oh.
I care that it's like progressing and like hopefully they're doing right by us, but I highly doubt it.
Now, whose opinion? Everyone else's opinion or CIG's opinion?
Anybody's opinion.
Oh,
Screw
okay.
them all.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yep, I'm gonna be staying naked in the front yard yelling, "Show me the money." Looking for that server meshing.
That was a great scene.
Warning, you are blocking an active flight bay. Please vacate the vicinity. You are clear to launch. Thank you, and please visit again.
See, my big beef about the whole thing with the server meshing is there's not enough progress on the current features that we have to justify them even working on server meshing because it's only making it worse, and they're not upgrading the server performance by doing this right. We're not seeing the progress. And they're still adding features, and they still haven't finished all the features in the first place. So why are they pushing so hard in this specific area when these other features aren't directly relying on server meshing to function?
I don't know. I'm kind of the opposite stance where it's like I see that the server performance is so degraded that I can only see that server meshing as the only way to fix it. I'm not saying that what you're saying isn't like possibly valid, but I just can't see any way other to fix it other than to reduce the server pop. So go backwards. It'd be nice if they made things less painful on live environment and had kept the server population reduced. And I'm not sure if that's 100% for stress testing or for them reducing costs of running servers. Like, I can't imagine what it costs to run one of these servers a day.
Oh, of course, it's expensive.
Yeah, like, is it $1,000 a day? Is it per server? Like,
I don't know. We'd have to get some actual pricing on that.
yeah. I can't imagine it's $1,000 a day per server, but
I don't know if anyone like on the server tech side who like rents out servers is willing to keep CIG honest and let us know the actual number that they're spending.
well, and then does it matter as long as they're getting progress and they're getting data out of it?
Well, it matters to me because they backtrack on stuff and when they do make a promise, they never keep it.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal. I mean, it's annoying to the point where they stop making promises, which sucks. Because
Yeah.
I'd like them to have their own internal goals and then like, hey, we hit this goal. I'm like, well, why wouldn't you just be doing that in the first place?
Right. I can't set course to it, but I can calibrate to it. Okay. 10-second response times on jumps right now. I kind of feel like these quantum jumps, because you're coming into Atmo, it shouldn't bring you in upside down. If we're gonna pretend we're in a environment that's, you know, influenced by being aerodynamic. I don't know. Just me.
When you go a little faster, it'll flip you around like a top.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying the flight model. I kind of feel like instead of allowing the ship to be able to flip around, that it just in Atmo it should just limit the ship from making that turn. Like if it's going to flip flop you around and make your ship act a fool, like why do that? Especially when they don't have the interactions to give you feedback saying you're about to stall, right? Because that's basically what's happening, right? You're stalling in some degree. Losing some frames for some reason. F7 flies much better in Atmo in 324. Oh yeah, nice. You're Evo, yeah. I'm supposed to be Evo, but I don't know why they haven't approved me yet. It's kind of annoying. Submitted my paperwork, but I forgot to reply to the message on Spectrum. The 1v1 message. I didn't read it all the way. Filled out the paperwork right away, and I'm like, what's going on? A month later, I go read it. I'm like, oh, I'm late on replying to this email. Yeah, I mean, like, whoever messaged me. Ad-libbing that. The... Yeah, it's interesting if you go read the patch notes, them basically saying they're fixing the flight models on certain ships. I didn't fully read the latest patch notes from 2 days ago to see if they had resolved any more. Today we're gonna do more manual aiming, and actually gonna mix it up because manual aiming's cool, but you're definitely doing less damage. I'm just trying to get the muscle memory for it in. And if anyone is wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about. Buccaneers, the first target. Are you kidding? Nice. That was sweet. It just goes wonky and there's no reason you can't tell why. Yeah. It's not for logical aerodynamics that I can tell, which is worse. Yeah, well, I mean, all they gotta do is just say, like, they either need to give you the feedback saying you're about to stall, or they need to just limit how the ship can fly in Atmo so it doesn't stall. So you can pull up as hard as you want, or yaw as hard as you want. It won't stall, but you can only turn so hard, right? Like that, to me, that seems more intuitive. Oh, what was that? That was a nice little lag. Well, and I think they should allow us to make mistakes, but if you can't give the feedback to the player to understand they're gonna stall, then that's broken. So I respect the one aspect, but if you aren't gonna deliver information, and I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah, and yeah. But a real aircraft should also be giving you stall information. Like you are, you're just gonna stall. It should just say that you're. It kind of like you're warning of you reading out or blacking out. That's an informational thing. You are pulling too many G's, so you need to change something, and you get none of that when you're stalling the aircraft right now. I don't think that's too much to ask for. DCS mimic real life, and they sorry, I gotta fix chat here. And make it slightly exaggerated, of course, in the flight computer. Might give you a stall warning. However, you can leave controlled flight without a stall, like a spin. A shake, yeah. Yeah, I shake too. Yeah. Have you ever given that feedback or seen anyone given that feedback on the forums? Because I haven't gone and searched for that. I need a 7K mission. I guess this is it right here. gonna share that mission out if you're there, Kashel. If you want credit for that. I don't need the rep, so
Thank you.
how you doing, Kashel?
Just another beautiful day. I'm trying trading,
I love that
and
attitude.
it doesn't seem like it's broken right now.
Well, we can only hope for the best on them tuning that flight dynamics experience. And I mean, they already have screen shake in the game. So it's not like the tech isn't in there. It's just a matter of associating it to the craft is about to flip or about to lose, control in some manner. Hey, Mom, just let me know when you want to watch that video. Otherwise, I'll just keep doing these missions.
Yeah, just whenever you get a break, just throw it on and holler at me.
We'll do this mission and then we can do it. Yeah, if you write a post on Spectrum, I'll go thumbs up it and kudos the idea. It's one of those things like they've probably already thought about it and they're probably working on it. We're just not seeing it yet. Where my brain goes. Now this is Ida, so gonna keep coupled on. Smacked into the planet twice last stream due to my own incompetence and leaving the ship decoupled. Yeah, it would be an ideal time to bring that in with control surfaces coming in. I agree. I'd really like with control surfaces, like to have ships that actually have a lot of control surface be the ones that operate in Atmo really well, and the ones that like a Herald. In my opinion, that ship should be terrible in Atmo. Great in a straight line and turning terrible. Just going on the extremes there. What does that ship have, like two control surfaces on it or something? One on each side. We're looking for Novikov, secondary target, and a defender in range. Mantis. We'll just toy with this to practice a bit. A lag there. Gonna cruise control this guy. Go bio real quick, and then we'll pull this video up. I'm trying to mix it in today, Jay, if that's your comment. Mixing the manual with the... and hopefully blending it more. Like, the way I perceive this is... the manual aiming is just, it's going to be integrated with it. I'm not going to try to, like, be doing it all the time. It'll probably be, like, maybe 5-10% of the interaction. I don't know. Give me your thoughts on it if you want. But give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't perceive the manual targeting as being a main way to fight a shit, like fight with any ship with turrets. It definitely seems like there's an opportunity, or I can't get an angle because the ship is out turning me, so make that as an attempt. The biggest problem I see with it right now is the aiming is 100% there, but the opportunity to tell where my shooting limitations are isn't there. I just know right now that pretty much from about this line to about around this line are my limitations. So the nose can't go there. I don't have any indicator. So basically it's 90 degrees. Right about there is the limits of the nose. The back turret can go a little bit further. Well, I mean, it can go, you know, infinitely around. but then I can only aim so well, right? Like, actually, it'd be hilarious to actually have someone back here and be able to hit them and then just be like, what the fuck is going on? How's that guy doing that? Well, here's a thought. What happens if I'm looking back? Nah, that'd be hilarious if I could shoot backwards. Let's turn it around. That's as far as it's gonna go. And hitting the back camera in this view doesn't work. Right? I can see it working against some noob for sure. But yeah, any experienced pilot is gonna decimate. And then the limitations on the front of the ship are, like I said, probably about right about here. But it would be nice to have like a line going on the cockpit that kind of gives you an idea. So here's what the F8 is. I honestly don't see the turrets on the F8 being super useful. I haven't checked to see what its range is, but it doesn't have a nose turret. So if you're gonna sit there and try to make that turret highly valuable that way, I don't think it is ever gonna be that way. It has a top turret, it just doesn't have a nose turret. And I haven't checked the limitations on its range. I just don't see it being a big asset on that ship. Like, I kind of see it as a possibly one use for having turrets to be able to be used this way is you already have a bunch of ships that are swooping in on a target, and you just want to have someone pinging off harassing shots to keep them out of the fray, and that way you're mitigating mid-air collision. But that's the only thing I can think of that. And then obviously the more prevalent one would be you're in a fight with a ship that has a higher turn rate than you, and it's staying on target better, and you just need to get those extra degrees out of it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, and that's a perfect example of where it's strong. That's perfect, Jay. Yeah. And anyone for that's not reading the chat, basically Jay's just saying, like, if I'm in a slower ship and there's an arrow and I need to get that camera or that turret on it, that's where it could be an asset. That's all we're saying. And then you can see the degree of control I have. Like, I'm getting a huge amount of range out of those gimbals on the main guns. And my only criticism to CIG, and I've complained about this in the past, is that top and bottom turret, they need to be more responsive. They need to be like for the swivel that we get off the gimbals off the wings, those turrets need to be just actually more responsive because they have a bigger swing angle. And like the rate of turn on the top and bottom is not even the same. It's weird. It's really weird. And in my opinion, if you're going to be sacrificing the server deciding whether something's hitting through auto gimbal for manually gimbaling it, you should get responsive weapons. I mean, if this goes to CIG kind of taking the like hampering skill. It's kind of like with the mining and saying, oh, minimum power is 30%. Like minimum turn rate's gonna be this. It's like, just make it accurate. Allow a skillful player to make skillful decisions and allow them to use this stuff uninhibited. I'm looking at a target, those turrets should be on it. Seems obvious to me, but what do I know? Like, do you want people to use this system or not? I think what we see on Urkel is you do less damage using this system, so allow it to be skillful. And then when I lock target, when I go fixed like that, yeah, it does way more damage. That's what Urkel is showing on its DPS calculations. It is higher. Anyways, I'm super happy it's in the game. I can't stress that enough. I alt tabbed and it went off of cruise control. That's hilarious. Alt tab takes it off cruise control. What is this going? Why they do this? I guess I have to make cruise control a shortcut, since they're gonna do weird stuff like that. Where's cruise control? Watch, cruise control is somewhere weird, right? Did I put cruise control? I think I put it on something now that I think about it. I did. Look at me being a clever girl. Yeah, I know. Okay, so yeah, but watch this. I'll alt tab. Okay, now it's gonna do it, of course. Let me go back in. I'll hit alt C. Cruise control is on. I'll alt tab, and it's gone. So if I shortcut it, we're good. Or if I use my shortcut to cause it, it works. Yeah, do it. I'll show you again. So here it is off with my shortcut off of my joystick. I'll go back into the game because we were tabbed out. I'll hit Control C. So we're cruise control. Alt tab, and it's gone. Yeah. Mine's back on the one of the panels. Okay. Let's open up the latest Inside Star Citizen. Moms, you there?
Meh.
We'll turn off the music, and if anyone wants to join on Discord to comment on the latest Star Citizen video as we're watching it, you can ask for a pause if you want to comment on stuff, and we'll do that.
Fire a.
So let me make sure my audio is correct. Can actually all hear this? Looks like it is. Here we go.
A jump point connects 2 points, disparate spaces in the physical space. So basically you go through an opening on one side, you travel through a sort of a tunnel, and then you pop out somewhere else in space. Jump points are naturally occurring. The first discovery of a jump point was actually by accident. It was a cargo ship that had a leaky quantum drive, basically triggered the first opening of the jump
How do you
point.
explain straws?
Accidentally slipped inside and then disappeared. And
Straws?
they found it several years later.
Is this a comment on the video or something else?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
I'm just memeing.
Okay.
Who basically was the first one who
It's like,
discovered
is
that
it talking about jump
the
points?
leaking quantum engine was the cause of triggering this rip in time-space to basically open up. And so he basically kind of solidified the knowledge to be
Turn it
able
up
to
if you can.
replicate it consistently.
Up.
There's
Volume
been a
up.
lot of information shared over the years.
A lot
That
of
better?
it has changed as we've learned and had new ideas.
So here's a
More?
primer on the first jump point we're building today.
By some of the people
That's
that
a
are
little
currently
better.
building it.
Here we go.
And what you see and hear is super work in progress.
Good.
So welcome to Inside Star Citizen Intro to Jump Points.
Amazing how pixelated that is. What am I watching this at? There we go.
So a jump point is basically the means at which a player is able to transition from one solar system to another. There are two different jump point experiences, permanent and transient.
The permanent jump points are the ones that are the most stable, and they are always available for the player to travel through.
It's the well-trafficked, well-traveled route that most people will go through.
Which you find on the star map, the ones that you would like, say, transition from Stanton to Pyro, Pyro to Stanton.
Since they're stable and generally larger and easier to travel, there are infrastructure built up around them to support the commerce that goes through them on a regular basis. So we made a creative decision to remove the circular gates that we were doing in some of the concept art before. It just didn't match the reality of how we wanted to set these up in the world. They're supposed to be naturally occurring. And if you have like this infrastructure around it making this circular jump gate, then that's not showing like how it actually functions in the world.
We've lost
And it's an
the
extra
sort of
asset you don't
size
need.
restriction when it comes to permanent jump points. So the main jump points that lead from system to system will accept any size ship.
Transient jump points are more ethereal.
First you have to find them, and once you've found them, you don't know where they go.
We like to call in the narrative team the Swiss cheese approach to jump points, which are smaller access points to the main tunnel.
Hey, hold up,
Those
hold
will
up.
still be restricted by small, medium, and large. So basically,
Okay.
So, he's saying the transient jump points, you don't know where they go. All right, there's transient jump points are there's what I'm getting from this is they're saying the transient jump points are the smaller jump points that are sprinkled throughout the verse.
They're unstable,
Which-
number one.
Yeah. Well, the problem is they have these smaller jump points, but they go places, right? It shows where they go on their little map progression on the map.
Yeah.
So why are they saying it's like, oh, we don't know where they go? It's like bullshit.
Well, these ones won't, is what they're saying. Like, these will be used for pirates and smuggling and...
Oh, is this going to be a third type, or is this going to be like the smaller type?
They're
that-
basically saying there's two. There's one that's stable, permanent, and then there's these smaller ones, or other ones that are unstable. You can use for smuggling, use for pirating.
So what was now like a navigable point, we knew it would go to Pyro, now it won't.
No, they're still keeping the
They're
pyro
saying-
one.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I'm talking about these small ones, because there were specific ones that it would be more advantageous for a smaller ship to take one of these versus
No,
take the larger gate, which would be like a more direct route to other systems.
Yeah, no, all they're saying is if you don't want to be scanned by security, go into Pyro, you're going to want to look for one of these. You're going to want to look for someone that's selling the information of where this is and that they've already checked it out and where it went, and you're going to, pay a couple bucks for that info. You find it and now you're off to that location. Or you found it because you're exploring and you're selling that data. So they're actually adding it's a data game loop essentially. I'm glad they're doing it.
I'll believe that when I see it. But
Okay.
I was just kind of thrown. Was like, hey, they're doing away with the known small jump points, because like if I'm in a 315p, I'm gonna want one of these jump points that I know is solid, right?
I wouldn't count on it.
Instead of going to the main thing.
I'd count on only the main ones being 100% stable, And I would probably, from what I got from watching this last time, is that these will constantly be changing. And I don't know I don't recall them saying what the time frame is. If it sits there for a week, a day, an hour. If people need to be constantly exploring for these, constantly
I would
selling
like
the
them to
data.
be scannable.
Like,
Right.
I also think they're going to be obvious to see them because, like, what we see is like a big glowing thing in that belt, and with all of how they're showing like lighting working in the game, and how you can see Hurston from Crusader. I wouldn't doubt if you could see this over at this looks like Gila. I wouldn't be surprised if you would be able to see this right away as soon as you get there.
I hope.
It opens up opportunities
All right, anyway,
for
go on, let's
smaller
go.
ships
Yeah.
to kind of
Let's
sneak their
hope
way
you.
through.
A transient jump point may only be able to be used once. It may be a little bit more permanent, but you can never tell how long does it last once you find it.
If people are looking to avoid scrutiny, we'll look for these sort of side routes to get into the jump point to bypass, security or customs or stuff like that.
In 4.0, our first and only jump point will be the one linking Stanton to Pyro and Pyro to Stanton. Maybe the best way to share this design is simply to walk you through the whole thing. So we leave Lorville, we put it onto our star map, and we set our course for the Stanton to Pyro jump point. QT there. And then upon arrival, you will fly down to the gateway station that's located there, because you're going to want to make sure that you're stocked up for your trip into Pyro, because Pyro may well not have the things that you're used to in Stanton. You probably want to pick up some ammo, and you want to pick up some more fuel, probably some more fuses, and then after that, undock, and then...
I just want to say, you definitely want to refuel. There's no messing about. You'll see why.
Turn yourself to view the jump point.
The jump points will be visible from far distance. It probably will appear as like a small star kind of a thing that just like pulses and asks you to come near me.
You'll see like the massive whirlwind from the gravity pool that the jump point itself is creating, which is a gas cloud, and you'll see it in various different colors or forms. You can fly towards where the jump point will be, and there is structures in Stanton that sort of lead you towards the jump point.
When you approach the jump point, what you'll hear is the general ambience of the whole area, whether that's the distant portal emitting energy or violent clashes of thunder that is drawing the player into the central jump zone. And as we get closer, this will build up, and the player will feel like they're being drawn into something primordial.
With jump points, multiple players can take them at the same time, so it is probably likely that you will encounter other players waiting to make their jumps.
And you'll also see like the security and the turret infrastructure around it that's providing a safe experience on the permanent jump gates.
Running with one of the slowest cannons that they have in the game.
Perform your jump, the first thing you need to do is get closer to the jump point.
But you won't be able to go all the way up to it. Like when it's not active yet, it has a field around it that will push you away until you've attuned to the anomaly that allows you to go through.
You have to call ATC. The anomaly needs ATC to be able to allow you to enter.
When you're using a jump point, you're actually just an individual. So the ATC call...
See, that's the main issue I had, I think, when I was watching the video a bit that put me off the whole thing.
What's that?
We have to call the ATC to access this large jump point, right? And the smaller anomalies most likely won't be big enough for large ships to get through, I imagine. So large ships will have to be on the good side of the law to go to Pyro, which is like counter to what we've been led to believe about the whole jump system in the first place. Like, it was impartial in the beginning, right? It wasn't like you had to have a certain faction or rep or anything to use this gate. It was like free to use.
Right. I don't know if that's true, and I don't know if they've actually said that those random wormholes will be limiting anything. But I see that limitation that you're talking about, and that would be kind of lame if that's what's going to happen in a way. Long term, I think it should be the way they're describing it. Short term, I could see it being causing problems.
And then the groups that you go in are designated by the ATC.
If you contact ATC at the same time, you can be put into the queue together, but there's no guarantee that.
And I also don't remember if they said that ATC will refuse you if you have a crime stat, but I mean, those turrets are going to be firing on you, so they kind of did say it.
Yeah.
You'll be in the same jump group.
Yeah, well, they're doing it in a roundabout way and not really addressing the fact that people of all shapes and sizes need to be using these jump gates, not everyone. But I mean, look how far away they are from any of the structure.
Yeah.
As well, so I'm hoping the alignment area is neutral, but it doesn't make sense at all that if we're being sucked into this anomaly, why the hell do we have to call an air traffic control tower to do that?
I agree.
Especially if they're not controlling it.
Yeah, exactly. 100% agree.
That you arrive together, and when you call ATC, you will be able to see how much space is in the group. So if you have friends and you want to jump together, you'll be able to know exactly how much room there is in that group. And if it's not enough for you and you want to go with your friends later, then you can forfeit and you go again.
In the future, I definitely want to have some more.
I like the fact that they're doing a queue like this, though, for the formal jump.
Yeah.
ATC as a party.
But just without the infrastructure of the physical gate, it doesn't really make sense to me.
To be doing it as an individual.
Once you are within range of it, you need to be changing over to nav mode. Your UI will automatically
so now you're exposed
to the jump drive UI
to be attacked,
which will allow you to know if you're aligned, if you're tuned, if you can go in, if it's blocked.
Yeah.
You have a visual input of the UI, the HUD. Is moving, is turning until you have a.
You're vulnerable to be attacked.
Tells you, all right,
and there's no turrets right there defending you.
If you look away, of course, that will trigger the cancellation of that alignment. If you move away from your position, you'll lose probably your position in the queue. You'll have red markers that tells you, or you're on the wrong side, you have to move to that direction. You'll have also kind of like a landing strip where you have the lights that tells you, oh, you have to go in through this area. So you'll have those rings that pulse and tell you you're correctly aligned.
So as soon as the ATC has gotten to your group and you're now able to use the jump gate, your jump drive will start attuning to the gate.
And once you have authorization and you have opened the wormhole, you'll have the tuning visual that's really smooth.
Okay. And I just want to say Bulletman has a great point. I like Babylon 5's jump system where the capital ship can create their own jump point. And that's actually probably like what CIG should have is 1 or 2 ships, new concept ships that can create their own wormhole. And they can only go a certain range to other systems, but that would be huge in strategy too. Just having one of those in your fleet.
To the aligning, but with tuning messages that tells you what you need to do. And once that's done, you'll have tuning access and you'll be ready to go inside.
While your ship is tuning, you'll see rippling in the anomaly. And as soon as you are tuned, then you can fire a burst of quantum energy into the portal that will rip it open, and you'll have a gate in space that allows you to see the tunnel beyond and travel to your new star system.
When it opens, you'll hear the space around the jump point being ripped apart and everything being drawn into it. A really guttural, swirling sound of all the space around the jump point being dragged into this one singularity.
During this drawing process, the ships are drawn in automatically. You don't have to control anything. You don't have to do anything. There is, in fact, nothing you can do that would stop you being drawn in.
So the plan right now is if there's any obstructions in front of you when you're trying to attune to the gate, that'll break your attunement. So if somebody gets in your way while you're trying to attune, your attunement will pause until that obstruction has gone away. However, if anybody gets too close to the jump gate and they're not attuned, then they're going to get pushed away, which should clear the area for anybody who's trying to get through.
So for the people who want to block a jump point, we are actually considering our options as to how to prevent that from happening.
It's weird. It's two weird statements. One, they recognize a problem. Two, they suggest the fix and make it sound like it's implemented. And then the next guy says we're trying to figure out and address the problem.
Well, one, don't have a boneheaded idea like calling ATC to leave and attune, inquire, and wait for everyone to be in your party to be aligned to actually make a damn jump.
I agree. I like the queuing system, but it should
just like make it optional.
It should just be fly up, attune, and if someone hasn't already opened it up, then you got to open it up.
Well, the current system they have with warping together works. It functions. Like, I don't understand why they have to reinvent the wheel again for basically the same thing with prettier lights.
Yeah.
Of the ship being pulled in and the changing of atmosphere between deep space and this singularity that you're being dragged into.
Once you're in the tunnel, your ship will be flying at a set speed that's determined by the flow of energy through the tunnel.
You'll hear the space around you flying past you at a great pace, like a really long cosmic drain pipe.
And you don't have any control of how fast you're going. You'll speed up in the straights and slow down the corners to a certain degree, but you still have to navigate.
The tunnel itself is something else. It needs a lot of technical and graphical things that needs to happen.
We've got flickering lights, some type of ethereal type of particle effect to show you type of the direction we're flowing. We also have fog effects, and this idea that you're always moving towards a strong, bright light in the distance. The idea we're going off so far is that we're working on the bending of light. You'll see impressions of the exterior, the location you've just come from, and also hints of the way you're going to. The walls of the tunnel type of curving the space-time around you, and eventually, as you travel through the tunnel, that distortion will move away from the initial system you started in and then blend slowly towards the new system you end up in. We can kind of do anything we want because it's an enclosed space, so we're doing things like, on the rendering side, we're taking the sunlight, which we don't normally need when you're in an enclosed space, and we're reusing the sunlight, all the text that goes behind that with high-res shadow maps and these type of things, and directional occlusion, and then reusing that on top of using that to create a flickering, pulsating effect in the tunnel. And we can take a lot of shortcuts and do a lot of cool things that aren't really possible in the rest of the game because we have this totally enclosed and bespoke play space.
You will not see two-lane traffic inside the jump tunnel itself. In the jump tunnel,
I just don't get why they don't just fake the damn thing. It's so nonsensical and so just subpar as far as what we care about as in a video game. Like, I don't give a shit about this.
I think part of it is a part of making you feel like you're a part of the experience instead of it just being a cut screen. And it goes back to my feelings about like where mining is, where it's focused on the UI instead of the subject. I think it's just they have a good way to make you feel like this is a real thing, and if you screw up, there's a penalty. But I get your point of view. Some people are going to care about this stuff, and some people aren't. Just like some people are going to care about trading, some people are going to care about mining, some people are going to care about FPS, and they're not going to care about anything else, right?
When I come out of the quantum, I want the gameplay on the other side to be rich. I don't give a shit about the mini game in between.
Yeah, there's so many mini games though. It's
I could do it. I could do without half of them.
I would say most likely what you're going to be encountering, because like if say you're like you want to be in a fighter the majority of the game, you're going to be traveling with a group anyways. You're probably going to be like say on a what's it called? Oh, anyways, any ship that can be a carrier, and you're going to be letting someone else do this. They're going to be doing that mini game. You're going to, meanwhile, while that's happening, you're going to be doing your mini game. of, you know, setting up your ship and making sure it's ready to go. But I don't know how these smaller ships are gonna be operating on a lot of these trips. I think it's gonna get worse and worse for them. And here's what's worse about flying like a small ship in through one of these is they show it here, and when you mess up, you're probably gonna need a refueling ship to come get to you, because I have a feeling the jumps are gonna be really long, and I don't know if they discussed that in this. And we'll go. Yeah, Liberator. Yeah. I was thinking Legionnaire. I just couldn't remember Liberator. Yeah. So I think the penalties for screwing this up are going to be kind of funny, but yeah, I wouldn't want to be on a small ship.
Behind you'll be able to see ships that are in range behind you, but you won't see traffic going the other direction.
Why do you hate fun?
It's not that I hate fun, it's that I want everybody to have a good experience in this tunnel, and if there's other ships that you can collide with, we want to avoid that kind of situation.
The players' ships, when they're traveling in the tunnel, are going to be in a line. So it's going to be, the term that we use internally is ducks in a row. So one ship behind another ship behind another ship.
There'll be some obstructions in some of the tunnels which you have to dodge around. But for the most part, it's a matter of turning and navigating through the tunnel and not hitting the sides.
So here's another comment on that about if they were to cut screen this, it'll feel like a loading screen, and the only cut screens we have in the game right now are if you die, and we don't know what's going to happen to that later, and when you're loading in, and when you go to prison. So as much as like I could see a lot of people getting bored with that little minor gameplay for the one pilot that's, you know, flying everyone through, I think it should be there. And I'm just hoping they make it a skillful thing. So like you have to be paying attention to go through one of these. You can't just, you know, fly straight, and that's what they're showing. You can't just fly straight.
Because the closer you are to the edge of the tunnel, the more likely you are to fail your jump.
The edges of those tunnels and those obstructions cause distortion damage to your ship.
There's a pool on your jump drive, and if this pool fills with distortion, then your jump drive will shut down. If your jump drive does shut down, then you're going to fail that jump.
You get booted out of the tunnel, and there's a number of places in the system where you could end up based on like how long you've been in the tunnel. You could end up back in Stanton, or you could be in Pyro, but you're not going to be at where you wanted to be. You're going to be at the.
So there's the penalty. What I think would be hilarious though is if it really throws you out there. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You try flying in and you run out of fuel. You know, you barely make it to the jump point.
The edge of the system somewhere, you're gonna have to find your way back.
Currently, the jumps that we are toying with are about 3 minutes, but this is still open to iteration based on how many ships we want to have in that tunnel, how close they are, and the trip needs to be long enough in order to cover the transition from your origin system to your destination system.
So it's nothing longer than a regular
when
quantum
you
jump.
are arriving via a jump point, you will realize that you aren't actually coming through the same entryway that you would have been passing through to go to the next system. Players will not be able to necessarily camp that point just for you to exit it. The intention is that there will be multiple locations where you will exit to, and so this will mitigate that threat.
It's kind of a shotgun approach coming out of the jump gate, because we don't want everybody to be slamming right into each other. We want to be able to spread the ships out that are coming through and get your own view of it, like your new setting and where you're at.
So when you come out of the pyro side of the jump gate, you should come out into completely different space than on the Stanton side. So it's sort of like a cave of gas. But there's also some structures that lead you directly towards the station. You can do anything you like there. It's just a normal R&R station that is just nice and safe before you go out into Pyro itself, which is more dangerous, of course.
We've already shown on the tech preview that you can enter a jump gate and come out the other side, and we've got the ability to transfer servers. We've got that working even better than we ever thought we could at the beginning. We want to make the experience of going through the tunnel as seamless as possible. We don't want it to be super hard, but we want it to be engaging. We're going to save the challenging experience, the super hard acrobatics for the transient gates when we get to them.
We're dialing in the numbers about how many people jump at the same time, distance between ships, precisely the speed at which ships move down the tunnel, things like that. There's a lot of variables involved in balancing it, and there will be far more testing in the tech preview channel for Jumpoints, so you can look forward to helping us figure out there.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be to this point where we're able to deliver this new system of transferring yourself from one star system to another, being able to visit an entirely new star system, and having that experience of going from Stanton to Pyro. It's going to be exciting.
Thanks for watching, and we're all really looking forward to being able to make these jumps and just a normal part of our gaming life.
There you go.
Which is fun, because jumping is fun.
So what did we learn this week? Well, hopefully a whole heck of a lot about the first jump point that's currently in development and scheduled to make its way into Star Citizen Alpha 4.0 in just the next few months. Yeah, I didn't say before the end of this year. We're still targeting something a bit sooner than that. And that's all I'm going to say. And while jump points are a major milestone for the development of this game, before we let you go this week, I'd like to talk to you about a different kind of milestone unique to the program that you're watching now. ISC began in April of 2019, and since then, we've managed to tell a variety of different stories about more aspects of game development than you're probably likely to find anywhere else. That's 200 episodes so far, including the one that you're watching right now, with no plans to stop or slow down in the future. But this journey didn't start in 2019. That's because ISC is only the latest form of a program that's nearly as old as our project. Before then, we were proud to bring you Around the Verse, the talk show at the end of the universe, first created by Ben Lesnick and Sandy Roberts and hosted by an entire cavalcade of CIG developers filling in here and there, with segments that sometimes spawned into their own series like Bug Smashers, Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy, Ship Shape, and more. That was 228 episodes filled with a whole bunch of people that may not have always known what they were doing behind and sometimes in front of the camera, but doing everything we could to entertain, inform, and simply showcase the folks who make these video games that we're working on. But even they built their legacy on our first weekly behind-the-scenes talk show created by Eric Peterson and Michael Moreland called Wingman's Hangar, with Hangar with 2 A's. Old heads will know. 72 episodes of that set the foundation for CIG video content to come, even if some of it was just what we shouldn't do. Should I bring back hazy thoughts? No? Okay. So, 72 episodes of Wingman's Hangar, 228 episodes of Around the Verse, and 200 episodes of Inside Star Citizen. I had someone check the math on this 3 times. Someone was me, because I had to be sure. That makes this show not only the 200th episode of Inside Star Citizen, but also the 500th episode in a legacy that we're very proud to maintain, and hopefully continue to improve upon for years to come. Now, we don't have any fireworks or anything like that, and that's not really my style anyway. Instead, I wanted to pay tribute to the 680 people that have worked on or participated in or otherwise made one of these 500 episodes possible. And no, that's also too many to sing about. So instead, we spent the last 3 months going through every record and video we've made in order to ensure that we didn't miss anyone. But before we play our first 500 episodes credit roll, just let me thank the one group of people that aren't listed. No, not you. Move. Yeah, there you are. There you are.
Me.
You've allowed us to tell stories of game development for 500 episodes now. And that's not even counting all the other programs over the years. You do this each and every week by responding to what we share. And as Dave Kaplan said just 2 weeks ago on this very program, that engagement and feedback is truly what keeps many of us going, and I'm certainly no exception. So thank you once again. Thank you for letting us share the people and process of game development with you. And we'll see you all here next week. And maybe the start of another 500.
Any other thoughts there, moms, or anyone else?
I don't like the way they're going with it. I think they're biting off more they can chew again, and they're gonna disappoint. I think they overcomplicated it.
You think so? I
Yeah,
think
and
other
it
other
has
than the
nothing to do
ATC
with what
thing.
we've been given in the past.
Yeah, I think the ATC thing needs to be removed. I don't know. I don't understand why you would need to queue, like call ATC, and then you're going over to an area to queue up for it anyways. And you're initiating. It's like calling ATC twice.
At this point in the lore and everything that exists, all the known systems that we're in, I think they should have established jump points at all the small and large anomalies that exist that are stable enough for us to go through and not get completely blown to bits.
Right.
Now, the systems that are unknown and the systems that are unstable, like I think Pyro should be a great test bed for that because it is an unstable system. There should be unstable anomalies that take us to different parts and spit us out in different sections of Stanton or wherever just as a test, because they would spit us out in different systems that should be adjacent but no longer are reliable.
Right.
So why not do that with this? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like they're taking a step back when they could have done something better.
I don't know how else they would have done it better. It looks cool, and I would agree with you. Just the ATC thing is queuing for ATC and then initiating a jump and getting in. It seems weird.
Well, the whole expectation that they built around the small jump points, which would be my bread and butter, right? I would be wanting to utilize those more than anything because I'm not going the standard route for normal junk anyway. And if I'm getting around with some stolen cargo, I'm going to want to utilize those known small routes that they said, like right now you can go on the website and look at the map. You can click on some of the smaller jump points that will take you to these different systems.
Right.
So like we're missing out on that gameplay.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be a huge gameplay loop, finding those smaller points. Like I'm hoping like they just don't make them so visual, like easily found. Like,
well, I don't think data running will enter into it, honestly.
yeah, I think there's gonna
I
be.
don't think they've thought that far ahead.
I'm sure they will. Why wouldn't you sell those locations?
No, I mean, like it'd be great in theory, and it'd be a great thing to do, but I don't think they plan on doing anything with it. Like they want this to work, and then they'll go from there.
I'd make a bet on it. That those little points you're gonna be able to like find it first and then sell it as a new jump point, and then you jump through, you confirm where it's through, you sell that on the market, and if it doesn't collapse the first time you go through, you got something viable to sell.
I think they should. I think there should be a zone where anomalies are known to happen, and you have to go over there, and you get a notification when the anomalies happen, and everyone goes there and scrambles to get in before they close.
I hope it doesn't do
And
that.
that's where the fight begins.
I hope you just find it randomly. Like it doesn't detect crap. You visually see something. Maybe it is really big. Maybe you visually see something, you fly over there, you're the first one through, and you can sell it. But it doesn't make it exclusive to anyone else that comes along, or like it's not like nobody else can use it, right?
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, maybe.
It just sounds like a game loop to me. It sounds like it's a part of data running, a part of being elusive and smuggling and things like that. So for anyone that just got here, again, we're going to get back into just some medium risk threat bounties in the M7A MK2, and we're going to be just doing a mix of manual and Gimbeled bounty hunting, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about as we go. But some comments in stream there though. CAG has a stopgap sometimes, and they're not just flying by the seat of their plants sometimes. It's not exploration if it gives you a notification, so that would be what Moms is talking about. And how would they know about it if nobody found it? It'd be something keep a secret if you want it. Yeah, it'd be interesting if there was some ones that were more like, and they've already said some are going to be stable, like semi-stable. Some you can only go through once. It's going to be interesting that way. You might even be having your org mates go look for these things and keep them hush hush. Be even more interesting if you could if say you can see them in a system, there's nothing around it, and it is several thousand what do they call it, gigameters away, and it takes you a long time to fly over there, so you're literally using an interdictor ship to get over there as quickly as possible to explore it. That'd be kind of cool. And then what would be even cooler is if once they're there, and it's considered explored, you're able to save that as a quantum marker, and you can sell that quantum marker or store that quantum marker, share it with your org. I think that'd be neat.
It'd be great if exploration ships work like that, but everything in the known verse right now is explored. So their whole thing of exploration just doesn't make sense to me.
But if no one's been to that thing, and so we're not gonna see it in this iteration coming up. They make it sound like it's a 4.0 and beyond thing, but you know, if you see it sitting off there in the distance and it takes you a while to get there, that's what I'm saying. It'd be neat if you could save that as a jump point, and then and you got to explore where it's going. So it's going to be a random location going and then jumping out of that system to a random thing. You have to figure out where it's going, and then you have some data to sell. Or make it where only exploration ships can see that, or make them scannable. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
That would be amazing.
Yep.
But I don't see as finding these in line with the exploration gameplay that I want out of the game.
I think it's just part of it. I think it's a part of a small part, but I think it needs to be in the game as something to do. It's kind of like refueling. Who wants to sit there and refueling ship 24/7, waiting for people to run out of fuel? I mean, it's part of a loop. Like, you'll probably, if you're going to be in a refueling ship, you're probably going to be moving cargo anyways. You got a big cargo hold, right? Hangar 4. And one thing I'd say is at least they didn't do something silly like make you have to pay a fee at ATC to get access to that wormhole, which I could see them still doing. It'd be really annoying. And that, actually, do you know, but it'd be kind of interesting because one, it's a money sink, and it kind of makes sense for maintaining the area. The other way they could look at it is maybe throwing a fuel tax on at those spaceports, and that pays for it. But that would also push people to go look for those freebie little portals to save a little bit of money on costs of running your ship, right? Let's get the music rolling again.
Thank you, and please visit again. You are clear to launch. Thank you, and please visit again.
CS Digital Design says, I think people are going to look for those little jump points because they will maybe get you there faster, no line to wait, maybe faster travel time, but larger ships will not fit. They could only
Well, the thing is, difference is the small ones and the big ones. The big ones are a set distance, right? And you require a set amount of fuel to get there. But this is the way it currently is on the map and the way they've explained it until they've created all this ignorant bullshit that they just showed us, the other day.
Right.
So these other jump points are literally less amounts. So you can take them in a smaller ship versus the large jump points you couldn't take at all.
Yeah.
And then, like, some ships are so large that they don't fit in the jump points, right? So it's a niche thing for, like, your specific jump point that would fit your need.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they made a bunch of small ones to start and then they realize, if they haven't already, that they need to make some bigger ones so that like a Kraken can fit through.
I think they've already done that with the large ones. I mean, those are pretty large. They got an 890 and some C2s and a Carrack. I mean, that's more than enough space for a larger vessel.
Sharing a mission there, Cashel. Do you want the credit for it?
I don't like the fact that they're pretending that exploration is something that actually happens in this game versus any other game. It's just like, it's the wish.com of exploration, and I hate it.
Oh, there's no exploration right now. And there still won't be when this comes out. It's literally just like I said, a wish.com. This is where they're seeing it going. Nice, I just got a crime for that.
Yay!
Killed it before it turned red. CS2 for killing an enemy ship before it's claimed an enemy ship by the server. I bet you that's like 30,000-40,000 for the server error. Space Chameleon, how you doing, buddy? Just practicing more manual and gimbal targeting. Doing more of the mix instead of just focusing on the manual now. Try not to be too ridiculous. You're hanging in there? All you can do is push, man. Push, push, push. Don't give up. Can't afford to give up. You guys are 2 ahead now. That's a Navy landing right there, right?
Well, it's not a Navy landing until one of your fuel tanks falls off. Or is that a Navy takeoff?
I think it's both. This is where I had this. Oh, no, it's no. Yeah, it resolved itself. Did it? It didn't. Doesn't want to jump. There we go. Just 30 seconds later. Oh, my targets are really high. Oh, they're chasing Sensor Ghost. Like, what is going on? In a Star Runner, flying upside down. Why are they chasing that target? That is so dumb. They're literally chasing that target. I have to go to quantum speed to go catch up for it. That's a terrible bug. Terrapin we can putz around with. Show you guys if anyone's new to what manual targeting is. That's what manual targeting looks like on a ship with turrets. So my sweet spot for getting the main guns seems to be right along the bar, like the seam of where the cockpit lines up. Maybe not. Maybe it's worse. Anyways, playing with my food. Sharing a mission. Oh, it's a good thing I looked. I was running decoupled. Heavily damaged M2 down there. Not our targets at all, just like a player one. We'll go rearm. I'm enjoying this mixing it up. I'm not seeing the 100% advantage of using it yet, but I mean, you're able to get off a few pop shots. It's just a matter of it actually being a necessity to be in manual mode and have the turrets over there. Like on that last encounter was a razor, and for a little bit there I couldn't bring my nose on it, so I could see that being a opportunity to use that manual targeting. Just didn't have the opportunity to get the turrets over there or in the coordination yet. Gonna self-critique myself.
I see your guide on the portal.
Yeah? You need it? I'm not in one right now.
I was thinking about doing it actually.
Yeah, queue up, I'll get the sound for you. All I'm getting on there is people that really don't need it anyways. Which is fine, like whatever. Go get my character hydrated. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that real quick. And I'll be right back, everybody. Okay. That was interesting. What did I just do? Oh. Arrow key turns your character. Interesting. Nice little shortcut. I don't know how necessary it is, but gonna queue up another contract here, Kashel. Sharing.
Oh, look out, you're supposed to only subdue them.
Yeah, I don't know about that. They definitely need to start doing dead or alive and paying a lot less for dead. And they also need to make the AIs just surrender. Like once, and also when their ship is like soft death, they don't die. Like they still like, they just. I guess they probably are kind of surrendering. But they need to have it where they need to surrender to get more. Or and also surrender to get more rep. sharing a mission. If anyone out there wants to join in these missions for just the rep gain or follow me, you're welcome to join anytime. I just found an abandoned Connie, heavily damaged. And there's a Corsair out here. Caterpillar. A Hornet. What is going on? All this is abandoned. Oh, one of them's security. Oh, it almost hit the Corsair. Let's just back up and see if I can get it to hit. Oh, no, now it's a different path now. We're gonna cut this jump halfway through. I can't stop fucking laughing because Little John in there going, okay. Oh my god, that music's hilarious. On to something else. Sharing a mission.
Oh, you have to share it again.
Yep. 1 second. Sharing 2 seconds. Sharing.
Got it. Did you get that mission I shared to you?
Might have missed it.
Okay.
We're gonna cut our jump halfway through this. Oh, what just happened there? I think the server just might have done a thing. Are we gonna be teleported to the other side of this jump? Because we did initiate it. Hey, Kirkun. Welcome back. How you doing? I guess it just bugged out there.
That was a nice little bit of lag.
Oh, you hit it too?
Yeah, I hit a planet.
I've had that happen twice at minimum this patch, where you jump to the other side, and it's happened on, I think, on Hurston twice, where I jump in and just follow the planet. Nothing ever responds. A little frustrating, hey? Where do we get deadbolts? I might go shop for some right now.
At Orison.
Sounds right. Wow, those revenants are way more damage sustained. I guess you're getting that burst out of the deadbolt. Oh, no, no, wait. I'm wrong. Deadbolts are just as much. Just gotta go up to the right one. New Babbage or Crusader Showroom. Same price.
It has been waiting to spawn me at Port Tressler now for about 3 minutes.
Sounds about right. All kinds of wrong. Yeah, the last night's stream, that's exactly what happened, and it was time to go get some sleep, so I just grabbed it. I flew to the outskirts of Lorville, grabbed it, and second time in, I didn't have that. So it's interesting. It's not a consistent problem. What do you think of the targeting out the sides of the ship, Kishel? With the Toby.
I think that's almost like cheating, I swear.
What? Takes a bit to do. And the DPS is
Yeah.
slowed on it. I mean, you can also do the missile. The missile targeting feels like cheating to me, but it is what it is. I like it. I think it's cool. I love the idea of circling around a target and getting some intel on it, lining it up, softening it up, then going in.
Oh, I think the timer's up on that thing.
Nice teleporting. Ship saying it's taking damage, ship taking no damage. Love it. The old teleport behind you trick. Very, very clever. This new AI is amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
The cloaking device.
I need to
they're
play
running
like that. I'm obviously being hacked here. Oh, it's got no wing. That's why it's messing up. What's it doing, Precious? Go defend a site real quick. And then I'll probably go do some editing. Minor editing, get these shorts up.
I have a eliminate hostile at a distribution center if you want it.
Yeah. I haven't been getting those. Maybe I'm bugged out. Or maybe my rep needs to be higher. What area is it? Microtech?
Microtech, yeah.
That's probably why.
The Great White North, eh? Come on.
Oh, doubt about it, eh? It's gonna eliminate these hostiles and I'll be right there.
It's okay, I have to find my body and, you know, reload my ship full of stuff.
UI bothers me right now. Not dynamic enough. It looks like they were doing some they were gonna try to load up some armor. Oh, they did. Oh, someone did a lot of work so far in there. Actually just want to take their ship and take this with me. Some other day, I really don't care that much about it. Okay, gonna be on my way to that other mission. Did you? Sorry, you shared it, right?
Yeah, should have. Did you get it?
I think I did. I better go. Is that the HRT?
Yeah.
Tracking it. Thank you. If I can get in the seat. A little bit lagged. Oh, look at those distortions off the... Oh, that's not distortions. That's Connie in behind. I bet you I'm going to teleport into the ship here in a second. There you go. Took a bit. Just thinking, if your mission resets, or sorry, you're in doing one of those bunkered missions, and then the server crashes, and you lose that mission, those turrets are gonna start shooting your ship. It's kind of lame. Hopefully, server meshing helps with that kind of stuff.
I'm incapacitated.
You're at that mission?
Yeah.
I got a gun. I'll get you. If you want to hold on.
I had gotten my body back, but I was trying to climb down from where I was, and I fell too far.
Jumping. That session over yet?
Yeah, it's over.
Not getting the notifications for that. That's hilarious.
Oh, you're not? That's weird. I saw them all.
Just my bell icon.
Oh, should I do a medevac mission so it'd make it easier for you to find me?
Oh, I'll see your party marker.
Good point.
Do I need to bring a hospital bed to you?
I don't know what kind of injuries I'm going to have when this is over.
Does it show you anything right now? Like, do you see
Like
any?
F1.
Right.
Looks like 2 legs.
2 on your legs?
So I have 3s on both legs.
Oh, you need to go. You need to get out of there. You need an evac. What ship did you bring?
Titan, I believe.
Yeah,
Little bitty ship.
I'll evac you out, and we'll get you healed up, and we'll go back.
Okay. I think it turns my bones into powder.
Pretty much. Yeah, if I res you, you're gonna be walking slow, so I might just tractor beam you out. Up to you.
Oh, into your ship?
Into your ship.
Oh, I'm in a different area for my ship, though. That's a problem.
Do you like drive in?
No, I flew in. I landed next to the wrecked ship. I got my body, and then I was trying to get over to one of the crates, and I fell down into some tubes. So
Oh.
I had to climb out of the building, essentially.
So I need to go get a ship. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you can get anything at Port Tressler.
Yeah, I'll get the C8. That's the only medical I got.
The Rescue Pisces.
Yep.
An awesome little ship. I can fix the leg injuries in that, can't I?
No. I can revive you. Three's the most serious one, right? I believe.
3 was the easy one.
Is it? Okay, then.
And then 2 is the or middle, and then 1's the worst. Don't boop the station.
Yeah. All for landing, I don't know, 4 times.
Like ATC is drinking on the job again.
Mm-hmm.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Teleported into the elevator. Interesting. Boom. Grabs you. Like you're going into a wormhole.
Nice. At least you didn't step into the elevator and fall through the world. All you're running around in the station with a crime stat too.
Yep. That's okay. It's only a CS2. That was the I killed a enemy target before it turned red. Old bug. Same BS.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you. Please visit us again.
See if we can quickly find an admin. Just get cleared.
I think you have to go into the gallery.
Yep.
And then I think it's downstairs.
Should be the admin office. Yeah, 32K.
At least I know this station pretty well.
That's how, like, it's too bad it's a bug, like. I know that's a bug, I'm okay with it, but other people may not be.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Look at that, exactly a minute and 30 seconds. Made it.
Oh, you didn't get your coffee.
My coffee?
You're coming down here to the snow globe.
Sure, I'll be warm enough.
Says it is minus 12C here. I mean, meat popsicle.
That's nothing. That's short and t-shirt weather in Canada.
Thank you, and please visit again.
I feel like they need to take those names that are over targets and put them off to the side with maybe like lines going to them.
Yeah, it does create a lot of clutter.
Yeah, that's my primary. Especially when they're sitting there unidentified. Like they're literally not important if they're sitting there in an unidentified state, like belonging to someone. What do you recommend me getting? Yeah, like, do I need to land up top, take the elevator in, or
I
are you
think you
out?
can land down here on the side.
Are you outside or inside?
Yeah, I'm outside.
Are you now? You've been downed due to fall damage or AI
All
shooting
damage.
you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm underneath that big gantry that's coming off the side of the building there. Thought I could hop off of there onto the side of the building and just fly it on down. No.
That's what you get for experimenting in Star Citizen. You're not allowed.
I mean, sometimes it works.
Are you able to get up? Or are your legs messing you up?
No, I can get up. Nice.
Nice.
Took a second there. Let me go lay down in your bed. Oh, I can't do it. Huh, I can't F key the bed.
Can't lay down in it, or you can't.
No, I don't get a function button for it at all.
Might be just lag. Just give it a second. Take it back to station too.
Well, I can still move. I guess we could go do the mission. We're like right here.
Yeah. Are we going in this way or another way?
Yeah, we go in this way. Have you done any of these yet?
Yeah. I've done it once solo. I don't know why it's not showing on. Oh, there we go.
Was it an inventory control center? Yeah, okay, you got him.
What's the shortcut to reload to consolidate ammo? Can't remember.
I don't know.
Alt R? Control R?
All right, so now the guy should show up here eventually. Oh, is he going to show up downstairs? Hmm. Nice.
Very.
Now, one of the cool parts about all of this is you can grab all of their stuff and put it into the local loot.
Oh, yeah.
You can load a ship up that way. And the local loot here is persistent, which is kind of nice. So you come back here in a couple days, everything you put into local loot's still here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and get Citadel torso there, and I'm not seeing local loot though. Oh, there it is. Finally showed it.
I can't loot any of this. I have no F button. Yeah, a lot of people come out microtech and do the Copian missions.
Yeah.
To get action. I just did bunkers. I did it the hard way.
I remember the last time I did that, it took way longer. Like when I did it solo, like it was like kind of convoluted where everything was, and I didn't get any markers of where the AI were.
Yeah, you get them for the last couple of them, like the last 3 or 4.
Yeah. Don't shoot them. Let me know when you're seated.
Oh, I can't use anything. I'm gonna just lay down here on the floor. Call it a day. Oh, okay. It wasn't just me. I was like, why are we upside down? Oh, you got caught in that gantry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's twice that that thing has messed with us today. Probably have to go to the station and just backspace.
I'll get you there. Where is she? Man, this is hard for the ship to fly now. What is going on?
You know, you can search inside of the new map now.
Yeah. I just rather look around and find it with the head tracking real quick.
Oh, it should be the red one. That was probably Port Tressler.
Yeah. They got her. Just the lag is delaying everything. Made it look like I missed the jump and then it gave me credit for it.
I've got another HRT for Grey Cat.
Yeah. I'm gonna call the stream, so I'll get you healed up and get some editing done, and
All right.
relax for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I'll probably call it dead too. Just go to bed.
And please visit again. Landing complete.
You are able to get out.
That's what works now.
What's that?
I have key.
Oh, yeah.
It's stupid.
Well, thanks for inviting me into your mission.
Yeah, see, it did fix the level 3s on both of my legs.
Nice. Well, I'm going to end the stream, everyone. So here come the credits. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If this is your first time watching, make sure you join my Discord, !Discord. That's where I give my go live notifications if you actually want to see the live gameplay. The stream doesn't end. It runs 24/7. You guys are earning UEC in the bot for our quarterly giveaway, and we have at least 45 vehicles we're giving away for this giveaway, and you'll enter those tickets night of. There's lots of raffles to join: volcano, coin pusher, roulette, whatever you guys want to do to add some extra value to your chances to win. If you're looking for other ways to support the stream, I do run shiphanger.com. You can also set yourself up as a vendor. If you just want to buy ships directly from me too, you can do that as well, and that'll save me on any WooCommerce fees. If you do trade in Solana token or interested in crypto, we are doing a pre-sale on our own coin called The Way. And you can go to waycoin.com for more information on that. And if you're looking for an org, !org. That's pretty much everything. Thank you, everyone, for watching and supporting the stream. You guys watching the ads while we run 24/7 is what adds value to the stream in terms of being able to give you more ships. So you guys can participate in that as honestly as possible. We can grow the stream together. Appreciate all the support, everyone. You guys have a fantastic night. Here comes the verse.